Okay, can I ask you about that promotion season, Howard? So you were in the running, you've been ahead of the pack or leading the pack with Sheffield United for a long time, and then right towards the end, you lost at home to Barnsley in the closing weeks. How worried were you after that game, if at all?
Well, I was worried, obviously, but again, it's. I didn't know this then, but I instinctively thought about it. By the time I'd got to that part, I recognised that if you're in football long enough, in professional football long enough, you'll discover and have to get used to not winning games you should win.
Yeah.
There was a great example this season. I think Leeds beat Man City. I'm trying to remember the score. I think it was 3 or whatever. And afterwards, the experts eulogised about Leeds' performance and their organisation and the way they played. And what they didn't mention was Leeds United, 3 strikes, 2 on target, 2 goals. Manchester City, 27 strikes, 15 on target, and so on. If you're in football long enough, you recognise, and there was research done some time ago, good, strong research across the 5 top leagues in Europe, I think, which said if you've managed 250 games at the very top, so that's Premier League, Bundesliga 1, etc., Serie A, you'll not win 20% of the games that the stats say you should have won.
Yeah.
And then when you think about it, you think, that's true.
Yeah.
Right from going into a tackle and where the ball goes after it. Can you predict that? No. Look at that game yesterday and the OGs and whatever. You just have to accept that those days occur.
And it's staying balanced and calm, so you don't get too elated by victories, you don't get too down with defeats, yeah?
Yeah. It's a marathon. And I mean, at the end, the season that we won it, given, I know Manchester United had a tough run in, but after we got beat at Man City, I told them, I said, look, barring injuries, the team that I picked for the next game will be the same team in every game after that, 3 games after that, barring 1 game when I'll make 1 change. And of course, I'll have to allow for injuries. Because myself and my assistant, Michael, have had a long think on Sunday, and we think that that's possibly, given the games we've got, the best combination to go into those games. So yeah, that's it. And what we want are 3 wins, because we've got to play Liverpool away.
Yeah.
I'm very happy to come away from that with a draw. So we've got to make the season last until the last game, if you like.
Yeah.
What Manchester United do is what they do. We can't do out about that.
And just going back to the start of that season, Howard, you'd had a really good season when you came back up. I think you were top 4 finished. What did you really expect in 91, 92? What did you expect to happen?
I'd have been happy to finish 3rd at the start of that season.
Yeah. And was that realistic in your view?
No, not in the sense that I said I would have been happy to.
Yeah.
I would have been very happy to, but being honest with you, had we not won it the season before, I think I could have said to them and to myself, you know, if we can hit that top 5 with 2 months to go, because Gordon was not getting any younger.
Yeah.
The game was changing. There was more money around, more people with money. Blackburn all of a sudden had more money to spend than anybody else. Amazingly, though it seems now, these days.
Yeah.
So, no, I when we got promoted, I would have been happy, or was happy, when I talked to Leslie that summer. You know, I set as a target of top half, but as high as we can get up the top half. So, but that didn't happen.
Okay.
And then
go on. Sorry, go
on. And then, you know, the big problem at Leeds after that was when Leslie and Sheila had the burger with it. And that was really it changed, and no wonder it changed.
Yeah.
But you know, it really whacked him. That incident, and I think to some degree he thought there are more important things in life than Leeds United, as it were, having survived that. Because it was a horrendous ordeal for him and his wife to have to go through. Sheila. So he was.
Go on. Sorry.
Go on. He wasn't. You know, I think had that not happened, I don't think he'd have sold the club.
Okay. Can we just go back to the championship winning season, Howard? And I just wonder, you'd been up with United for a long way through. When did you actually start believing that you could really win it? How late on was it before the reality set in you might do this?
Possibly 3 months before the end of the season, just because of where we'd been and who we'd beat, as it were.
Yeah.
And you know, you can't walk in the dressing room one day and say, listen, we can't. It's not going to be a good idea if we win the league this season, because we might not be ready. So you've got to take it while it's there.
Yeah. And you did, didn't you? You took it.
Yeah.